Live from the now abandoned LA Convention Center, it's Super Gamekast. Now here's your host, Bronson Fiore.
What is up, everybody? It is Sunday, April 2nd, 2023, and I'm your host, Bronson Fiore, joined by the always awesome Aaron Reynolds.
Always and forever, my friends.
Yes, exactly. The sneakiest of HR ninjas, Jesse Hewitt.
Hello, good morning. Day,
And then
whatever.
finally, morning, day, night, whenever you listen to this.
Whenever.
And then our mod mommy, wielder of the band hammer, Emily Olslander.
Oh no! Emily, you're muted! I can't hear you! She's been silented!
Someone cast silence. Comment in the chat, too soon for the E3 jokes, rip.
What do you mean too
Lordy.
soon? Oh, hello, we got more music. All right. You know, that was perfect right up until that point. I nailed that. That was so good.
About the macros.
Look, man, I'm working on it. It's expensive. Stream decks are expensive.
I know, but there's an app. Like,
I know. I
literally
gotta get an app. I gotta
know.
use it on my laptop and have a place in this setup for it. Because oh my god,
Lordy.
I bought a new desk and it's like it's a gaming desk. You can put all sorts of stuff, and it's still not enough. I need a
man.
Neil Peart like drum set up, but for desks and computers and stream stuff.
That's kind of where mine is getting. Like, it's not all the way. Like, I wish it was longer.
Yeah,
Like, that's the biggest issue at this point.
sure.
I just got a DM from Emily. I don't know, Em. We just can't hear you at all. Like,
And there's no
We got nothing.
audio.
yep.
She was talking for like the last half hour. We were fine.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
You know, I keep telling myself that I want an L-shaped desk,
Yeah.
but there's no room. This is the entire room right here. You
Right.
can see it.
Yep.
I have room for an L desk, but I would have to move some of my audio equipment, like my subwoofer, or I would have to put my desktop on top of the L section, and it would defeat the purpose of owning a fucking L desk.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
There you
some
go.
bullshit.
There we go.
There
That
you
is some
go.
bullshit.
It's not as practical as it sounds. Yeah, like I need like a fucking U desk.
Yes.
I need.
Yes.
So I'll tell you why I want an L desk.
Okay.
So for rhythm games, there is like this holy
There we
grail
go.
of a monitor, right?
Uh-huh.
And if I can just have that monitor off on the L side, I don't need to put it in front of my monitor set up here.
Yeah.
This.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay.
And all I gotta do is rotate. All I gotta do is spin and I'm good.
I
Oh,
love this
God.
level of
Oh, God.
mental sickness.
Oh yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem.
I need to command center of the Star Trek Enterprise.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
I
mean,
mean,
this
Aaron
stream
and
would
I
be
have
a lot
talked
help-
about like how like man we should get 6 monitor setups.
Oh,
That's a
God.
conversation
I want
That's
it.
That'd be
chaos in
sick.
and of
That'd be
itself, my
sick.
people.
So
Jesus.
much. That would be so good.
Oh, dude, I'd be so happy with a third monitor. Like, in all honesty, I just need to get like the $350 together and get a third monitor.
Yeah, I got this one here that is completely dedicated to OBS, which I need because I have it in studio mode. So the screens are actually really tiny to try and like keep track of everything. I've got 2 browsers here, one that goes for the news and then one for like stuff I'm just like looking around for, and then I can drag it over if I need it. And then I've got music and I've got like Twitch or whatever going on up here. Like I'm like halving the screens on all of these. Like 6 monitors would be all right.
Yeah, like even a third for me, because like when like I just realized because I'm gonna be streaming some of the time until I get this capture card thing sorted, and it might never be sorted from what I'm reading.
That's great.
Which
That's awesome.
feels good. Which is like, okay, I had the capture software, the OBS, the fucking the Discord with all our links and whatnot, and then I have our Twitch comments, because I like having our Twitch comments on its own separate thing.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I don't know. I've actually thought like I have like a TV dinner stand thing, you know, that I've honestly considered like just putting my laptop on right here for reading Twitch comments.
Yeah.
That's not a bad
I mean,
idea.
that's not a bad way to go.
Mhm.
Podcasting.
So-
Look, it's hard. All right.
It is. It is harder than most people think.
Don't let them fool
It-
you.
At least if you want some level of production value at all. And we're
Yes.
kind of doing the bare minimum.
We're not doing very much. We are not doing what the pros are doing for sure, but just like
Yeah.
OBS and scenes and making sure everything. Like I just had to move cameras around because I don't know what happened, but like I had to move some cameras around to get back to the layout that we had, which means I'm gonna go into DaVinci Resolve later to make these clips that have these preset areas. I'm gonna put these in, and I bet you I'm gonna have them slightly off, and it's gonna be showing
Oh
like.
no!
So I gotta
Yeah.
go in and readjust, and it's like great.
Fuck.
No, that's the fun part about automation and templates is if you change one little thing, it breaks the whole fucking thing.
It's good.
Very
good.
So yes. Anyway, hey guys, video game news happened. It always does happen.
It always does, and you know, we break, things break, but you know what? We're alive. We're still kicking. We're still going. You want to know what's not?
E3
God.
is officially dead.
Yep.
So officially, no.
It's dead, dude. It's
It's
dead.
But it's
dead.
dead.
Let's be real.
E3 2023 is canceled. They're probably starting plans for 2024. They are, and no one else.
Yeah. They see the dead horse and they're like beating it to see if it'll judder one last time. You know.
Q-tainment! Q-tainment!
Yeah.
Spoiler. It's not gonna move. That dead horse is dead.
Yeah, that's
So
no.
yeah. Brief moment of silence for E3. You'll be missed.
Oh, we missed Kensha Hall.
Yep. Those delicious cheap hot dogs. Actually, there's really nothing in there now. Like the entire time I was going there was really nothing in there.
In Kensha Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Like,
Kensha Hall was during the time when they had so much shit that they were throwing in, you know, this unknown game called the Guitar Hero into this big hall, whatever.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh my gosh.
No, like that was a thing, you know. Like it was.
talk about dating yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Back when Guitar Hero was unknown.
Back when they
Yeah.
were like, man, we think this could be okay. We think this could be an okay little video game.
Flash
Yeah.
forward to today where there's
I mean,
what 7 or 8 Guitar Hero games?
a ton
Maybe
of Guitar
more?
Hero
Way more
and
than
Rock
that.
Band. They did deals with specific games from Metallica and Aerosmith, and Rock
Mhm.
Band went and did
The
Green Day
Beatles.
and the Beatles, and now everything's dead, and no one will manufacture new controllers.
Which sucks because Rock Band is still getting DLC, so you just kind of have to go on eBay.
And get the new controllers that way.
Someone's going to do it
sucks.
at some point, because, like we've said multiple years, like there are going to be nursing homes. People are going to you know, grow old, and they want to play video games. And the nurses are not going to allow Mario Party because we can't have violence in our nursing home. So
Oh, fuck.
here's
So much for that. Shit.
here's Guitar Hero.
Damn.
So on one hand, this needed to happen. Like
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Without question.
On the other hand, I have a lot of fond memories from E3.
man,
Right, like even when I was like a kid, and you would get the Nintendo Power issue that instead of being like this thick,
Mhm.
was like this thick.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
Like the
Or the
or
Game
the-
Informers that were about that thick after
mhm.
yeah,
E3.
like
I remember
Yeah.
those.
or you would have the moment, or you would have like watching very early, you know, footage. Like you'd go on GameSpot or the official like websites for these companies where they would have the trailers, and they'd be in like 360p, but you were cool with it because hey man, I'm watching the Halo 2 trailers.
Yeah.
Or you
That's right.
you
Why
turn-
not?
or getting out of my finals and going home and watching the press conferences and like, in my case, actually going there. It was cool. It was fucking awesome,
Yeah, I've fond memories of spending summer days just like watching E3 stuff, and I did not get out of school for very much, but I made the case like, hey, I need to be home. These Monday press conferences, like it's June, like school's basically over, no one cares, let me just go.
Yeah,
be like, sure.
That's basically how it was when I was in school. Shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Like once June hits, everybody is just fuck all. Like
Exactly.
we don't give a shit. You can do whatever the fuck you want these last few weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No one cares. So like, let me watch
Yeah,
these conferences, and it was a good time. It was a really good time, even when things went bad at E3, especially when things went bad at E3.
Yeah, the best part is when the things went bad, right? Giant enemy crabs, Ridge
Oh,
Racer.
God.
Skittles.
Skittles.
Well, bam, there it is.
There it is. And
Beautiful.
the
Body
most,
is ready.
Yes.
Yep. And then the most famous one of all, $599 US.
Oh yeah.
Sony 06 was legendary for all the
Yeah.
wrong reasons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like Nintendo 04 was legendary for all the right reasons. So,
There was that one, I think it was like 10 for Nintendo, where like Reggie just rolled up his sleeves and said, "All right, you want games? We got them. Hey, guess what?" Yeah. He like did this amazing speech, and I've said it a couple times on this podcast, but he did this amazing speech of like, "We get it. You want something new, but you want something familiar. You want something comfortable, but you want something," and like articulated something that like a lot of people have, a lot of people want in video games, and it's such a hard balance to strike. And Reggie's like, "We get it. This is why." I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, they had this great presentation, and they showed off Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
They showed off they showed off Donkey Kong. They showed off a bunch of really cool DS games, Epic Mickey, Kirby and the Epic Yarn, GoldenEye. Like, just they showed a lot of good stuff that year. And I want to say it was Sony 2010 or 2011, where they brought out Kevin Butler.
Oh,
And that shit was hilarious.
yeah.
It's just like, you need a ridiculously large TV in a tiny 1-bedroom apartment. I'm like, yeah. Yep. You're right.
Well, then you want to talk about like how 06 was a legendary low for Sony. Let's talk about 2013 Sony.
Oh god, or 2014. Both of those were crazy. Like, those were the used games thing, and then a year later, like Last Guardian, Final Fantasy VII, Shenmue. Like, what the fuck is happening?
What are you doing? Okay, awesome.
So
interesting point of order, real quick. Kevin Butler was E3 2010.
Okay. That was a good year.
That was a good year because fuck, Kevin Butler was fucking hilarious.
Kevin Butler's hilarious, and then he decided to sell tires and also the Wii, and Sony was pissed.
Yeah.
Look, he just wanted, whatever. Yeah. Microsoft had some swings.
It had some very interesting swings.
Man, the whole stretch of Project Natal to Connect being shown year by year at E3s was interesting.
Yes,
to say the least.
Yeah, and then you had that, like, it wasn't E3, but it was like 2 weeks prior where they revealed the Xbox One, and then it did not matter that the actual E3 show that year was really good.
Yep.
Because fuck you.
Again, we are still feeling the effects today. People still treat Xbox with a certain air because of that press conference 2 weeks before E3. Like,
it's called the Xbox 360.
Yep. Oh.
God damn, dude.
And like, yeah, you look at the sales of the hardware, like, yeah, Series X is sold out, constantly, but it's still being outsold by the PS5.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
just what it is. it,
Uh,
you know, and
I will say though, those last few E3s were nothing special.
the last one that I went to was awesome.
Sure.
But then, yeah, like, 2018 was okay. 2019, yeah, it was not great.
It ended up feeling like they were just kind of phoning it in.
Yeah, like 2018 was cool because you had that DMC moment.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
That was like DMC is back, and I'm like, fuck yeah, it is. And the last
Let's
one
go.
I went to, I want to say was also the last one that Sony had a press conference.
Was that 19?
That was 17, I believe.
Was that when they did like the Last of Us thing, or was that at a State of Play?
Uh,
Where they
No,
had
that
everybody-
Last of Us 2 was at E3.
Where
No,
they had
the-
everybody go outside into the
Oh
room
yeah,
with
that
the
was
lights?
no, that was the year after. Sorry, 2018 was the last one they did it, and yeah, sorry, that was. I knew, like, I was talking to people who were at that, and it was like it was the weirdest thing, and it was hot and annoying.
That sounds
I mean,
like
it's also
E3.
in June in Los Angeles, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yup.
And then like that was weird also because they only showed like 4 games.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good. That's good.
They showed Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, Resident Evil 2, Death Stranding, and Spider-Man.
Ooh, it's quite a
I-
list of games though.
Yeah, great list of games, and they even stated like all these except Resident Evil are fucking exclusive. So,
Right.
Sucks to
Um,
suck.
but
It's called the
Also-
PS4.
but yeah, like yeah, you go and you look at that, and I got mad at Sony at E3 for a very long time, starting around 2015, because they had this really bad habit, and they still have this bad habit. Just now, they don't do it at E3; they do it in their own events, where they'll show a game or they'll show a teaser for a game like 5 years before
Yes.
it comes fucking out.
hmm
Oh yeah.
Comment in the chat.
Bastards.
Flute guy was hilarious. Yes, he was. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that was one of the most annoying fucking things about Sony. It's still fucking annoying. That's actually something I've started to really appreciate about Nintendo. Is Nintendo, outside of Zelda for some reason, they have this really nice habit of announcing something and then it's out within the year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic. It's like Microsoft tries to do it, but isn't. They just have to keep delaying shit because their management is bad.
Yeah.
And to
And
someone who has
Microsoft.
seen the inner workings of the company, yes, it is bad.
Suddenly, a lot of it makes sense, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like you. Let me tell you, when you've been inside the building, yeah, you get you understand. Yeah, Wolverine. Yeah, that shit's what. Like, one, it's being developed by a studio who's working on Spider-Man first. So, and that's going to be out this year. And then you're probably looking at Wolverine another 2 to 3 years.
At least.
So it's
I
like,
had read a rumor that the Wolverine game's going to be rated M,
yeah, that's
Good.
which is exciting. It's the appropriate rating for a game like
The man has metal
Especially
claws.
about
He
Wolverine.
sinks metal claws into human beings. Like,
that. it should not
should
be rated
be.
E.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
anything less than T is blasphemy.
wasn't that one Crazy Wolverine game a T rated?
No, that was M.
That was that.
No, that
Yeah,
was
then
M.
they
That
should be
was
doing that.
definitely
Yeah, because that was a good Wolverine game.
It was. So yeah, like I don't know. The last E3 I went to was fucking awesome. It was-
Yeah,
it was
but like again, yeah, between the pandemic and then just like I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
the moments like it was Keanu being revealed for
Microsoft
Cyberpunk.
E3
2019.
That
Yeah.
was-
Cyberpunk.
It was
yeah.
that. It was what's her name with
Ghostwire.
Ghostwire,
I think.
and I don't know where she's even at now. But just her being bubbly and fun, like everyone
Yeah.
loved her. And then there was like an Ubisoft conference or something where someone just decided to bring out a dog and have the dog sit there while they talked about
Oh,
the
yeah.
game. And it was like, okay, that was E3.
Okay,
Mhm.
so we never went to the Bethesda press conference because we thought it was like a waste of time.
hmm
You know, because we had a at most like 7-man team, and we were fucking busy. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and like Bethesda was such like a non-entity. Like they're popular, but it's like, okay, what are they gonna show? Like 4 games, and so we would watch it in the hotel room while doing work, so we could talk about it. And I remember when they brought out, God, what's his name? Fuck the. Oh my God, he's fucking Aaron.
What?
Andrew WK.
Yes.
Andrew WK.
Oh,
They
yeah.
brought out Andrew WK to do a music performance for Rage 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
remember that one. That was good shit.
Everybody, like, you go and look at the faces of all the journalists, though, and they're just like,
Who is this guy? What
what
does
was
this have
that?
to do with this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
You know
sad.
what's really weird about Andrew WK is that guy is friggin' gigantic in Japan. He
Really?
has done the soundtracks for multiple Gundam entries, like shows, games, albums. He sells out concerts regularly. It's like Nickelback, right? Everybody shits on
What the
Nickelback. And Nickelback sells out stadiums in the US. Andrew WK sells out venues in Japan. It's the weirdest thing.
Huh.
I'm watching
Jesus
like this
fuck.
performance, and it cuts the crowd, and like for one shot there was just like this woman who was just like,
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember that moment. I was like, they don't understand.
Yeah, and like the guitarist and Andrew are just rocking out and having a fucking great time.
Yeah.
It's just the vast majority of these journalists are just like, yeah.
Oh fuck.
It doesn't help that, you know, you're here for a conference and you're like all sitting down and you're all like trying to get work done, but you decided to go to this dumb conference, and then Andrew WK comes out and comes here to rock your face off because Andrew WK is great, and you're just like, wow, okay. Right.
Yeah, and then the Bethesda conference was at night, so you've probably typically had like a full day of doing stuff.
Yeah.
And you're about ready to conk the fuck out.
Oh no, you're ready to be up till 2 a.m. editing video or writing something. But yeah, like you just had this. Yeah, like it was still just. Yeah, man, I don't tone deaf. And then the year I skipped, because I went from 2014 2017, but I did 16 from home, and doing 16 from home, I'm like, oh, outside of like networking and interviews, this event is worthless.
I mean, that's it, right? It's that human to human interaction with other people in the industry, because you're just not going to find that in very many places at all.
So, like, I feel like E3 ending hurts indie developers, and it hurts smaller press outlets or YouTube channels.
Right.
But
I don't know that it still hurts indie developers. I think like Nintendo and Sony have both done a pretty good job of including indie games in their stuff.
Yes, but
like Nintendo will do entire directs based on indie games.
Indie games, yeah.
Yes, but then you also have the fact that like at E3, those indie devs can go up to Nintendo or Sony and be like, hey man, I want to show you this thing. You know, and it's a lot easier that way versus going through the official channels, which if you've ever dealt with Nintendo's official channels for anything, it's horrible.
Right.
Yeah, the access is a lot easier.
Yes.
Because those companies they don't go to GDC, right? That's just the developers going by themselves.
No,
they go to PAX.
They go to PAX, but it's not the same presence, and the business people are normally not there.
Yeah.
Like E3 was everybody. It was the business people, the developers, the press. You know, it was
like everybody and their mother.
Yeah,
basically.
it was. This is gaming mecca for people who work here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then now that shit's dead.
Here's my hope: is a man, some would say more than a man, named Jeff Keighley,
a man with the initials of GK.
Yeah, GK, Jeffy. I was trying to no DK rap. I think he recognizes the importance, and I think he is in a prime position to be like, All right, for game announcements and shit, like you can just send us a video or whatever, but let's have a physical place where people can still do these meetups because I think the industry believes that aspect is important. So is there a way we can strike that balance where we don't have to create these ridiculous displays and reserve a ridiculous amount of convention space? But here's like, we're going to reserve a few hotels around a block and we're going to just meet up.
You want to know what's what I'm curious is like, okay, so they make those booths for E3 and then reuse them everywhere. Because like I would go to E3 and at PAX you would like see the booth there.
Yep.
Like, you know, so I'm like, I wonder how they're gonna make those booths now. Like how they're gonna treat that.
They're not gonna make them just for PAX, right?
Like PAX and a couple other like small mid-size events, but yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
We go back to
when Jeff Keighley realizes he needs to make E3.
Mm-hmm.
E3.
Yes,
that's where they can do it.
I suppose. I just don't think they'd want to. I feel like they want to avoid the fate that E3 had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't think they'll call it Key 3.
Well, no, of course they're not going to call it that. I'm saying like, what are the pitfalls of E3? We recognize the benefits of what an E3 like event is, but what are the deficits and what can we take away and still have like the good parts of this event?
Wildly expensive. Like getting a booth at E3 cost an absurd amount of money.
And that's the thing, like booths. Let's go back to hotel meeting rooms.
So that was an issue. That's what GDC does. You go to a million different hotel rooms in a square block around San Francisco.
And I think that's just what you do. I think that's what a new E3-esque thing is. Because I very much doubt developers want GDC to become a new E3.
No.
They want that to be the place where they can do post-mortems and talk to each other about development. Even though that is also another place where indie developers are trying to pitch to certain people to a certain degree, but they're not doing it to like Nintendo, as far as I know.
Yeah, like it's very, very different. So yeah, wildly expensive. In the latter years, the public was there, and man, that shit sucked.
Keep it industry. Keep it industry. Let the public go to PAXs.
Yeah, exactly. Like that was miserable. I think that the press conferences were important, but I also think that those could easily be kept online.
Those can be made in-house and sent out. It would be nice if they sent them out around the same time, but
yeah, like if we can get an industry agreement of like, okay, these all happen in this week.
Yeah.
You know,
or the week before or something, you know?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's just, it's... what are the other big problems with E3? The fact that like the publishers, especially now, don't see a particular like reason for it because they're like, well, why do we want to share the spotlight with like 40 other people?
Yeah. And that's something that Sony's always caught on to, and I dislike Sony for it, but from a business perspective, I 110% understand. Like,
I mean, yeah, Nintendo caught on to that first. They were the first one who was just like, "Fuck this, we're out."
Yeah,
you know, and Sony was actually a lot smarter than because they would liquor you up before their press conference.
Yeah,
fucking like because let's compare the way Microsoft does their press conference versus Sony's. Microsoft's press conference is 9 or 10 in the morning, sometimes 8. It used to be Monday, then it got moved to Sunday. So it's like literally you start the show, you go to the show starts, you go to Microsoft, there you go, or you do Microsoft the day before. You're tired because you just flew or drove in, etc., etc. Sony is the day before in the evening around 7 or 8 p.m. And beforehand, they give you food. They give you a free open bar. They have a bunch of demos to play a lot of the time. You can mingle and talk to people from around the industry. It was just kind of... They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
yes.
For lack of a better way of putting it. So, yeah. That's... Yep.
I wonder. Yeah, I don't know. I know that the Summer Game Fest is going to be happening, I think, in June. And what happened last year is they finished the show, and then Jeff Keighley jumped on to his personal like computer or whatever that was set up and started streaming and just did a Q&A.
Yep.
And maybe he
Yeah,
addresses it.
I actually thought that was one thing that Nintendo was brilliant with at those later E3s is they would do their Nintendo Direct Monday morning of the show,
Mm-hmm.
and then they would just be running interviews and showing gameplay demos
Mm-hmm.
the entire day.
Yep.
Like that was their whole thing.
Oh, yeah, from
And
the Nintendo Treehouse, I believe is what they called it.
yeah,
Yep.
yes, they did, and
It was cool.
It was awesome, and you would actually like if you were on the show floor, you would go to play the demos, and you would be able to walk over and see the Treehouse interviews going on. You would just stand there and watch them if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It was great. Loved it. So yeah, I think that you could do something. I think there's a lot of neat ideas. And like the getting everyone together in a spot and having them mingle and talk about video games and is a great idea, and I love it. It's just now it's getting the industry to agree to it because it's like, well, why the fuck would we ever do that when we could just have our direct or our whatever in the in the middle of May, and yeah, we're good. We don't need you.
It'd be cool if there was a way for the video game community to bully them into doing it, because like the reason E3 blew up into the way it was is because the consumers like just started going there to get all their information, and all of a sudden like the business end was like, oh, we're doing these business meeting with these pie charts and shit, and now people are watching, so we're gonna make this big event, and people loved it so much that they demanded more, and it's like, oh god, oh no,
Well,
okay, I guess we got to do this now.
I mean, if you want to talk about the like part of the origins of E3 is they were part of CES and the Consumer Electronics Show, and then video games on their own blew up so goddamn big that they needed their own show.
Yeah,
Like, that's what happened.
right. But I'm just saying, like, we need to think about how can we bully them into doing a bunch of releases, even though if it's not business friendly, at least on its face. Is there a way we can be like, look, we need a place for the news. This is fun. God damn it.
I don't know, because I look at like that latest Nintendo Direct, right? And it was really good. Like the most recent Direct, or like the most recent big Direct with a lot of stuff. And I'm like, man, why would you ever do an E3 press conference? Because everyone that week was doing nothing but talking about that Direct.
I suppose. Yeah, I may be an outlier on this one. Like, I just don't watch them. I don't when they have these special things, I just don't watch, and I just wait for the news articles to come out and peruse them to see if anything I care about is in them.
Yeah, but
I'm in the same boat.
But that's you guys still engaging with it though.
That's fine, but I was engaging with it more when it was all collected together.
I guess, but I feel like most people don't.
And that may be
that shit that way.
Yeah, that
like,
may be.
As much, like, because I know we do. I know the way we function, but like, yeah, because I don't watch those things in full until like I have to do stream prep.
Sure.
Like, so, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, like, and then the thing is like, your stuff stands out more if you do announce something big. I think that's another part of it.
That's the big reason.
Yeah, like when Metroid Prime was announced, like that's no one would shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah.
Versus like at an E3, if you announce Metroid Prime Remastered, it's like kind of a footnote. And that's another issue I feel from the industry.
I think that's the prime issue. I think that there's expensive and all of that, but like, yeah, I think that being able to spread out throughout the year your news makes it better for your business personally. It's just less fun. which
Yeah,
is not a
it
good
sucks
reason
for-
to change, but
Yeah, it's shitty for us
Yeah.
and people like us. Like it was always cool to have that good, that week long crazy shit happening, and then
and that's the real source of like my mourning of this. Like E3 as a company, as a business, like they were bad at this and it was getting worse, but also it's the death of something that the video game community really enjoyed, and there's not going to be a replacement other than Summer Games Fest getting some trailers.
yeah, which better than nothing, I guess.
It is better than nothing. I'm gonna be watching.
Yeah, we'll do our normal. We'll treat it like E3.
We got nothing else, so here we are. But yeah, let's see if Jeff Keighley can conjure something up.
You might be able to, like, like if we're being honest, the Game Awards have kind of turned into winter E3.
At least for So if he can do something similar for summer, I'd be thrilled. And Key 3 will have delivered us. Yeah.
So next news story, something that probably would have been an E3 had there been one.
Yeah.
Nintendo did a roughly 10-minute gameplay demo of Tears of the Kingdom. Let's get that pulled up. So yeah, this looks kind of fucking awesome.
I'm AG Aonuma.
Well, like I was initially bummed that it was going to be taking place in the same Hyrule, but then they showed like how it's changed. I was like, oh, this is fucking like. It kind of feels like Majora's Mask in the sense that, like, oh, well, same engine, same tone, same gameplay, but, like, there's really cool additions here.
We hope you'll seek them out for yourself when the game launches.
I've not seen any of this trailer before.
It's so good.
This definitely looks
as someone
like Breath
that
of the
didn't
Wild.
like Breath of the Wild, this looks like the same thing.
Yeah, that's the same with one of my friends who I was talking to yesterday. He spent $700 on Tears of the Kingdom.
What?
Because he got he pre-ordered the OLED.
The OLED. Yeah.
But that's $350.
Also got a collector's edition copy. And the amiibo, and I think one other thing that came out to like $650, $700.
I got the
and
amiibo.
I'm just like,
I got the OLED.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Fucking shit, dude.
I will not be unboxing it.
You won't be unboxing it.
I will not be unboxing it. That is purely for resale value in 10 to 20 years.
I mean, yeah.
It's just okay. All right, that makes sense because I was about to say like, but you don't like the game.
Yeah, I fully envision that is going to be worth at least a little bit more money.
So I have a question. Like, wasn't your primary complaint about Breath of the Wild the weapon durability thing?
I think it was just the open world, to be honest. Like, weapon durability was a big deal, but I think I am just over open world games.
See, this is like one of the few exceptions for me because like it actually feels like a living fucking breathing world and not just like, oh man, here's an Assassin's Creed tower with a bunch of shit on the map. Like,
yeah, I haven't touched Horizon because it's an open world game and there's a tower. You climb a tower, you unlock the map, and then you go do whatever. Then you climb a tower, you unlock it. Like that is super old to me. But I don't know. I've tried to play Breath of the Wild 3 or 4 times now, and I can't.
Say that's the same with Immortals. You climb a statue and open up that area.
That literally is a Ubisoft game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, but like Breath of the Wild, yes, you climb to the top of the thing to reveal the map, but other than that, like, it's, hey man, make your own fun, do what you want. Like, your only objective here is to beat Ganon. If you can do that with a pot lid and a stick,
yeah, good on you. Absolutely.
Good on you.
And I recognize that like it's a good game, and I recognize that this is likely to be a good game. But they're just not for me.
Yeah.
Well, like they kind of fixed my big issue. One of my big, like, I think this is a lot of people's issues, the weapon durability thing. I was like, oh yeah, you can combine stuff together to make more durable weapons. So if you want to combine like this boulder with this wooden stick, you get a mace and it's more durable.
That's nuts, but okay.
That's pretty clutch.
I thought that was really funny and cool. Like,
Yeah.
I think that, like, I like the idea of, oh man, you can combine this long stick with this pitchfork to get an extra long pitchfork.
Which I saw
know.
that. I was just like,
Yeah, that was really cool. The thing, there's two parts of this that I am curious if I'm gonna end up enjoying it. One is they add I guess I'll call it crafting elements to where, like, oh, if you put this mushroom on your shield and they hit it, it creates a smoke screen and they lose track of you and you can get behind them and crit them. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you put this thing on an arrow, it'll track things and you don't have to aim as good.
Man,
You know.
I wonder. Oh, they didn't show it, which leads me to believe that it does. But I wonder if that pitchfork on his back was going to clip through trees and stuff.
it has
Probably.
to, right?
Yeah.
You can freeze faraway enemies.
So yeah, like that. I think that's a. But yeah, like this thing that they're gonna show in the demo here, where they, you know, they track stuff with the little eyeball and the arrow. I thought that was really cool.
oh yeah.
They showed. Once again, I was kind of nervous about the vehicle thing, but then I watched it and I was like, okay, that's actually legit.
Yeah, the vehicles look pretty sick.
Yeah, like the fact that, oh man, there are 3 logs and these 2 fans. You can create a raft to get across the river. You know, you can create a flying machine. You know, like that's so fucking cool.
Zelda nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I once again, I liked that game, so
Oh god.
I liked
God.
Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts. These people who don't like can go fuck off. The game was cool.
The best part of Kingdom Hearts is the gummy ship. I'm here. I'm ready.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So this is the mushroom demo. So yeah, like this is. I like how they gave like Link essentially a toga here.
Yeah. Sure.
Like just you know. Yeah. So and it hits the sword. All right, and then it goes behind him. He gets a nice big crit. Like I already know people are going to be, and yeah, it even said sneak strikes. You probably have some type of stealth in it. But yeah, I already am looking at this. I'm like, people are gonna do insane shit with this game.
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, like you see that thing there. That's obviously a sail for a raft.
Yeah.
You know, like so you'll be able to create rafts, and you'll be able to create like. And later in the demo, they show, hey man, if you have the battery life for it, you can make a fucking flying machine. And it just.
They're gonna create some crazy stuff.
Yeah, like I wasn't too excited for this game out of the first 2 like 2-minute trailers.
Yeah.
But then I saw this 10-minute gameplay demo and I was like, oh no, this is gonna be really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
People are gonna do some crazy stuff here.
I don't think it's gonna have the impact that Breath of the Wild has.
It can't.
But I think it is gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you can just make a fucking raft and just use it anywhere in the game, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Later in the demo, they also fixed another big problem with Breath of the Wild. Getting to the top of certain structures is kind of rough. And they have this new power to where if you are inside of a cave, like if there's anything that has a ceiling, a cave or a building, you can warp through the ceiling to the top of it.
That's great.
That's cool.
Yep. So I'm excited. Like I was gonna play it because I like Zelda, and then now watching this, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, dude. They're making something that actually looks really unique and sick.
Yep.
So,
yeah, I'm probably not going to play this immediately because I wonder how this is going to run on a launch Switch.
You're fantastic. It'll be great. No problem.
I recommend blowing the dust out of that thing is what I would recommend.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
will 100% be playing this on PC.
It's moving.
Yeah. This might be the thing that actually gets me to follow through with figuring out how to do that, because this isn't happening on the Switch, and I'm not paying for a Switch OLED.
I have a working Switch OLED, and I'm probably gonna play it there. I realize that's not gonna have amazing frame rate, but that's fine because
You know what though? It looks okay in these trailers.
yeah.
I mean,
like
I think if anyone can make this work on what the Switch OLED is, it's Nintendo. Like this, they want to sell that OLED. Like this better work on it.
You can do a lot with them. So,
Yeah.
try crafting different
yeah. See in the trailer they showed off a hot air balloon.
Man. Ah, god damn it. I'm gonna be playing Street Fighter. I can't be doing this.
This comes out.
This comes out. Yeah, I was gonna say this comes out like a month before Street Fighter 6.
Does it?
You know,
Okay.
hold on.
Yeah, this comes
Yeah.
out in May.
Yes.
When is
I have
System
my-
Shock?
The 30th.
Shit. Okay.
So this is yet a whole month if you want to play Zelda.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like this is the only game I'm covering until Diablo. So I'll have time.
Yeah. No kidding.
You know, so
All right. Well, this looks this whole system, all this looks really cool.
yep, they are. And who knows? They're if this is what they're showing,
Yeah.
what aren't they showing?
Yep.
Is the question. Like, what cool ass shit?
Do they
is-
show anything regarding shield surfing in this?
Not to my memory, no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
But I guess in theory, you could probably craft a more durable shield.
I mean, yeah.
So-
I would assume so. I wonder what you can do. I'm gonna figure it out. So
I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
they'll. I mean, I don't. It looks like they have everything from the previous game.
Yeah.
So, I actually booted up original Breath of the Wild last night just because of this kind of hyped me up so much. I was like, oh god damn it, this game is so fucking good.
it's
So-
the only Zelda game I've ever beaten.
So, I mean, yeah, like it's. I like my girlfriend doesn't like Zelda traditionally, and like I told her about some of the stuff, and she was like, "Oh, this actually sounds like interesting to me."
Look at this.
I wonder if it's because it's got like those survival game elements in it.
Oh, that's totally
yeah.
why.
I wonder if I can get my wife to play it. 'Cause she's really into survival games and not so much into Zelda.
Yeah. So I don't know. I will definitely get Stella's take on it. just out of just be like, hey, this has crafting and a bunch of survival elements now. So
Just see
What do you
Link
think?
drop from a number of stories and straight into water. Link would be dead.
Yeah, he did an Olympic
He
diver
would head first.
type of trick
From such a height. Link would
with
be
little
dead.
to no splash, and
Video
it came
game.
out just fine. Video game physics, ladies and gentlemen. Can't question it at all.
I mean that's the thing about this game, right? Is like, tree clipping and things like that. Is like, look, we are going to make this game break where we think it not breaking would keep us from having fun.
Right.
that just feels like Nintendo, to be fair.
Yeah.
All right. Well, finally they showed a Switch carrying case. That's Tears of the Kingdom themed. A Pro controller, and then finally the sickest looking Switch console I've ever fucking seen.
Ever.
It looks
Yeah.
pretty sick.
Like
Look at this gorgeous beauty. Like, holy fucking shit.
like when I saw this, I thought about selling my OLED to finance
Just for this.
yeah, just to get this. Like, it's so good. It looks so fucking good. It's beautiful.
Damn.
It's nice.
So pretty.
Yep.
So pretty.
So
Damn. All right.
yeah, looks gorgeous. Looks bloody gorgeous.
Heck.
Okay.
Uh,
Next news story.
Next news story. Seth Rogen has confirmed that the DK rap will intro his character in the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
That makes sense in the context of what we've seen in the trailers.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Great.
Why?
Great.
And
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm very conflicted.
I mean,
then,
there seems
As
to be
a
some
12-year-old, it was
self-awareness.
super cool.
Now,
Yeah.
not so much.
As somebody a little older,
I like that this writer is like, DK Rap, the original beat that was bananas. No, it wasn't.
yeah, and then they have a video of Seth Rogen reacting to it and calling it one of the worst rap songs of all time.
Oh god,
I
I'm gonna have to
see.
watch that later. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't wanna.
I don't want to either. Not right now, anyway.
And
I'm really excited to see that part of the movie. That might be the part of the movie I'm the most excited for.
I might be, honestly, like, depending on how self-referential and self-aware this movie is, it might be the best part. Who knows?
Yep.
We'll find out next weekend.
Just
Yep.
Seth Rogen's quote, "This is objectively one of the worst rap songs of all time."
I mean, not wrong.
Oh shit balls. Fuck.
it
Okay.
works for somebody who's making a Ninja Turtles movie.
Which I finally saw the trailer for when I went and saw Dungeons and Dragons on
Yep.
Friday.
Same. Wasn't bad.
I'm
Wasn't bad.
intrigued. I'm not gonna
Oh.
lie.
Yeah.
I'll watch it when it's streaming.
Wait, we watch the Dungeons and Dragons movie? Or
No, the Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles
Oh,
movie.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so next story.
Yes.
That was just a fun, dumb
It's just-
thing. Hey,
All right, that's happening.
so Resident Evil 4 Remake sold over 3 million copies in 2 fucking days.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Not only that, it is like on pace to be one of the best-selling games of the year. And it's also, hey, guess what? Data miners do what data miners do, and they found the separate ways Ada Wong game stuff from the PS2 version is probably going to be DLC. Like, there are legit images and files that reference it.
Yep.
So, going back to that thing that I posted in our Discord ages ago, if you want to make a ton of money, make a good product and price it well, and just market it a tiny bit, and the rest will do its fucking self.
That's all you gotta do.
Exhibit A, Resident Evil 4 remake.
And also
Yeah.
make it a remake of a very well-beloved game.
Yeah, but like also earlier in the year, Hi-Fi Rush.
I
You
know,
know,
but
like,
for this
Yeah, that
specific
got little
example,
to no promotion,
Yeah.
and look how well it did.
it did well. But again, this is Resident Evil fucking 4. Like,
Yeah, that's
Yes.
fair.
how much of the lifting is this is a good game being made by developers that are just on fire?
I'd say a lot, like, because if this was bad, like, people would be shitting on it. I know that there's like
Yes.
some controversy right now where like insane Resident Evil fans are like, it's not a pixel perfect remake in every way, and then they're review bombing it on
Fuck
Metacritic.
you.
Yeah. Those
There's
people are
also a
weird.
lot of
you.
issues with Resident Evil fans and the voice actress for Ada Wong.
What?
Oh yeah, they're harassing her.
What?
Wait,
Yeah, they're
what?
harassing her because they think she did a terrible job.
Okay.
Okay.
Those... Oh.
Yeah, I thought she did fine. Like, I didn't think she was like
I have some
I
words.
didn't.
I have some
Yeah,
words.
I don't understand. Like I'm looking at like Metacritic reviews of it. Like, I'm gonna pull up the negative ones first.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yes. I want to
well-
see what these assholes
Well, yeah,
are saying.
you want to see the review bombing.
That's
Like, that's what you want.
Sure.
Here for the drama.
I suppose.
So I can tell each and
I'm
every
here for
single
the
one of those
tea.
reviewers to fuck right off.
Man, the voice work is horrible on the ears. Still missing a really good boss from the OG. Game feels all over the place and doesn't feel great. Laser aiming is gone. No,
No,
it's
it's
not. You have to
You
unlock it.
just have to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, humor is gone. No,
it's not.
No, it's not.
Even, nope. Mm-mm.
Not even close.
Let's see. Voice acting
Dude.
is bad all the way across the board. No. It's a lot better, in fact. And also, Resident Evil 4 was campy as shit. It's even woke in areas.
What?
And
Wait,
it's
what?
pretty sad little remake. And then 15 out of 17 people found this review helpful.
W-
What the?
Where is it woke?
Seriously
I don't
though,
know.
where?
This
Show
one,
me one spot.
Yeah, garbage. This first chapter, you get rushed by an insane amount of enemies, including a guy with a chainsaw, died to 5-6 times no way out. What is this abomination?
What?
Get good. Just get good.
Yeah.
Just get good. That's all we gotta say is get fucking good. Damn.
Okay. Capcom continues to, quote, modernize its classic games by removing content. They added a bunch of content. Like, they're set, like, every chapter is way longer in most cases, except the beginning, which is the same. Rushing to release to please investors and being incredibly stingy when it comes to paying voice actors for English dubs, where they actually focus on making good games instead of their greed. These past few remakes could have been incredible.
There's stories I don't
Wait,
know about.
what?
Hmm.
Seriously, what the what?
Okay.
Yeah.
What are they smoking if they're saying all this?
They're
Because they're high on something.
They have been playing original Resident Evil 4 nonstop since 2005, and it's the only video game they play.
Yeah, they're high on something.
They just want a straight up HD remaster.
Yeah.
They have like 8
Yeah,
of
there's
them.
a fan remake for that, so
Yeah,
I'll
I'll do.
instead and be happy. Jeez.
I'll do one last one.
Okay.
The game is a steaming pile of garbage. The greedy developers cut out content and still have the audacity to slap a $60 price tag on support of excuse of a remake. Where is assignment Ada? Where is Separate Ways? This is an incomplete game. The gameplay is boring and repetitive. The camera is too close to be fighting giant monsters. Lack of shoulder swap makes it even more tedious. The aiming is beyond horrible. That is a little bit of a problem on the Xbox version. They might have patched it by now, though. Rather than improving the aiming, the lazy developers copied and pasted from previous RE remake. When it comes to graphics, I am not some nerd that takes out my telescope. All I know is it is
And
awfully
yet.
grainy to look at.
and yet
That's funny.
Yeah. So the physics in this game are trash. When you roundhouse kick a zombie, the physics are identical to Ubisoft's garbage physics. It's even worse when you kick them off ledges. It looks like I'm knocking off chess pieces and luggage. As always, Capcom fails to add attention to detail you would expect from a AAA $6 game. I wouldn't take a rifle from a wall mount in real time. The briefcase magically opens. Hold on, this is what? Okay. The briefcases magically open themselves. When I kick a barrel, the one next to it magically breaks. Not to mention the destruction of the barrel and boxes are PS2 quality. There's barely any splash when shooting the water. The voice acting is lame. The merchant and Ada's voice are so much worse than the originals. Sorry.
I do miss the merchant's original voice actor, but it's
I
fine.
understand, but yeah.
I like the current one. He's fine.
He's nice. He's fine.
The merchant are much worse than the original. Side missions are terrible. The level design is a joke, and so are the puzzles. There is no multiplayer. There wasn't multiplayer in the original.
The first one. What? Yeah.
Wait, you
So
want to play as
once you
Ashley? What? Or
You do for a minute, but anyway. So once you beat the story, there's literally not a reason to play this game again. Charging $6 for a game with no replay value is a cash grab.
what are you talking about?
Mercenaries is what are you? Yes, because like this game, like you do like 4 new game plus runs and still not have everything.
Seriously
Mercenaries,
though, guys.
Yeah, Mercenaries is confirmed to come out next month, although there's no confirmation on multiplayer. Even if there is multiplayer for Mercenaries, that's not going to cut it. I'd rather play raid mode or PvP. We used to get like half a dozen game modes, and now these developers are so greedy and lazy to give me just one at launch. This new game plus trend is the most pathetic, cheapest, and laziest attempt to add replay value ever.
Trend. The
New
trend that is
trend.
New Game
It's a new
Plus.
trend.
Oh, okay.
That's some.
My friend, let me show you some SNES era JRPGs.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
Let me.
Let
Hey,
me introduce
man.
to you Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
Dude.
No joke. Let's see, $60 freaking dollars. I expect more at this ridiculous price. I only recommend this game at 10 or wait until it's free on PlayStation Plus.
How many
And
of these
then-
people do you think are just like people have been poisoned by the current game design of like multiplayer first, no single player,
Yes.
and like this is just a new phenomenon to them?
Yeah, like because we grew up in a different era where like the bulk of the game is the the single player. That's where the content
Mhm.
is.
Yes.
Mhm.
And then the multiplayer is like a fun add-on. You know,
Yes.
like it's a fun side thing.
Yeah.
But everyone's been chasing multiplayer first live service for so long that I'm wondering if some of these reviewers are like young kids who have never known, don't have a lot of experience with the single player game.
They might not. That's totally true. And then like it's just I that's actually an interesting thought because I'd say until like 2007 or 8 the bulk of the game was that single player campaign, and then New Game Plus was a thing, and maybe there were some extra modes here and there, and then everything, and then the multiplayer was a weird side thing. Like I remember reading a news story about like the original Halo, like, oh yeah, we made that multiplayer in like a week or two. So who knows?
Yeah, because originally that was going to be an RTS game.
Yep. And then it was gonna be a third person shooter.
Yep.
So
well, they sold a lot.
they did. They sold a lot. It's a great game. These people are idiots. Go buy Resident Evil 4.
Go check it out. I've reconsidered checking it out again myself. So
Yeah, it's like, well, when you have time, man, and everything, like it's not going away, and it's a fucking great game. Like it really is.
I've honestly been thinking this is a slight tangent, but I was just like, I'm playing like Tekken and Street Fighter, and that's fun and stuff. But like, a lot of the stuff that I am learning right now is about to change for Street Fighter in a couple months. For Tekken, probably later this year.
Right.
Wonder if I just double down on like checking out some of these single player titles before Street Fighter 6 comes out, and I just dive deep.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm not bothering. Is like I know that this is gonna play entirely different. Street Fighter 6 is gonna play completely different than 5, and it's not worth my time to go and do that.
Yeah, the nice thing about Tekken iterations is that they typically will build on the previous iteration of Tekken. So what you learn here is probably still going to be pretty applicable.
That may be, yeah. I can fit that in, but yeah, like right now I'm thinking playing some Tekken, but then I'm also just like play some RE4, play some Zelda, and then Street Fighter takes over.
The real fun thing for me is the fucking Street Fighter and Diablo are the same goddamn day.
Yep. Yes. Good for you.
Yep.
Enjoy.
Gonna love that.
All right. What's next story?
MultiVersus is shutting down. So
what a move!
Incredible.
So they've been technically in beta this whole time, according to them, and they're making an unprecedented decision to bring open beta to an end for all platforms on June 25th. And then it's an odd decision, but the CEO said the team has gathered a ton of feedback so far and will use to create a better game. However, to achieve its potential, they'll have to start by removing MultiVersus from digital storefronts next week. April 4th, a full 1.0 launch build is expected to relaunch in early 2024, following the MultiVersus beta shutting down in June. We know there's still a lot of work to do. As a result, we have a clear view of what we need to focus on, specifically the content cadence of new characters, maps, and modes to give you more ways to enjoy the game. along with updated netcode and more matchmaking improvements. We'll also be reworking the progression system based on your feedback and looking at new ways for you to connect with your friends in the game. I mean, yeah.
Did people pay money at any point? Like, were they? But like,
Yeah,
oh,
they did.
sure, they sure did. Yeah,
They did.
so
I'm
Really?
sure you'll probably keep that in the full release.
you probably
That's-
will. It's just that they're just taking the game away from you after having spent that money for a while. That
Mhm.
that kind of sucks. That aspect.
I mean, I guess they just need it down to hammer out some things.
If they like,
they said,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
they said they're going to keep updates on their social channels, and what they said is, we do know that this news might be disappointing, but rest assured, MultiVersus will be back. We'll also ensure that all your progress and content will carry over when MultiVersus returns next year with a variety of new content, features, and modes.
this is interesting. This is a really.
It's really weird to
interesting-
me that they are taking away the game for people that have paid it and like not just leaving it open and like
Right.
making changes like
Yeah.
any other game does.
So, what it sounds like here, and after getting some context from watching Max's stream, is they do not have a super big staff. And what they did is they said, okay, hey, to make the improvements we want to make and do everything we want to do, we need to have every possible hand on deck working on the development of the game. So we can't have anyone maintaining the game.
Well, that's fine. Like you
So-
can do that and just leave the game up and not like address any bug fixes or anything.
Yeah, but then there's the argument that might do more damage in the long run. So it's
If I paid $60
bucks,
for this game, I'd be pissed right now. Like
I would be too,
I don't think you
jeez.
did pay 60. I think if you, there's no, how much was that? Because like there was a thing where like you could pay like, I think it was.
well, if I paid any amount of money, really, $60 is just arbitrary. But if I paid any amount of money to play this game, I'd be pissed. It's like they're treating it like a live service game and saying, "Oh yeah, it'll come back." Well, like sure.
Well, that's because it is a live service game.
Yeah.
It's free to play. It's a free to play live service game.
It's just.
Yeah.
it-
I think
it's
this sets a
weird.
pretty bad precedent.
I
It does.
mean, yeah. If this
But-
becomes, this seems like a next step in the corruption of the live service concept
Yeah.
that people have
Yep.
always like worried about.
Absolutely.
Yes, I 100%. I agree with you 100%. It's just it like, yeah, dude, this is where it's going. Like this is, unless you are one of the biggest of the big, your Final Fantasies, your Guild Wars, your Destinies, your Apexes, or even Apex had problems this year. Like it's dead. It's like we're moving on to a new trend.
Well,
like
we have yet to see if this even like works out or not. Because if it works out,
Mhm.
then we're going to see a lot more of this from people who are trying to be live service games but aren't big enough.
Right.
which
Or if
man,
it even
that's
comes
gonna-
out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but then that's going to be its own fucking nightmare, also.
Yeah.
And then let's not forget, this game's parent company is WB, which is kind of a shit show right now. So,
Right.
like,
Okay, and then so now here's the other question: is this game got on like Game of the Year lists? Does the next iteration that come out gets its own entry?
this is exactly why I've been saying forever. If it doesn't have, it's not out, you don't put it on your Game of the Year bullshit.
But that's the thing is a ton of people played MultiVersus. People talked about it. People engaged with it a lot. Like,
But the entire time it had beta on its thing.
I don't care.
So that's
Do not
great,
care.
But it's yeah, but it's not out yet.
It's
So-
out. People are playing and paying money for it.
Yeah, that's why you don't put it on the awards list though, because they could pull that shit at any time. You know, I've been saying this for years.
But people are playing it. Like, I just think like. I think
That's great.
I
Then
think you
they can
consider the
play
next
it-
one a new installation at best, or it's a continuation of this one, and you don't.
You consider a continuation of this one.
That's what I would
but
say.
why-
That's what I
but
think the answer is.
Yeah, what I would say during award season is no, fuck you. Commit to a date, and otherwise, whenever you do commit to a date, finally, that's the year you're on the awards.
I don't consider whether the developer decides on a date or not. I think it's about, did the people who play video games really engage with this game? And MultiVersus, they absolutely did.
Yeah, but like on the other side of that, then do you count betas? Can betas be in Game of the Year award? Like, let's say like the Diablo beta. Like, I mean, there was a Diablo alpha in November last year. Could Diablo have been on the Game of the Year awards last year?
I think that's a legit beta. Like the way Halo 3 was a legit beta. This was like full on, basically a full on release. They just didn't call it that.
Yeah, and that's a very unique thing. But yeah, so
like again, we go back to the original conversation about this, which is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. That was a beta. Everyone played it then. By the time it officially released, Fortnite came out and became as big as it was because of Battlegrounds. And no one, you know, I'm not going to say no one, but far
PUBG
fewer
is
people.
Still huge.
It's still huge, but it's nothing like Fortnite. Everyone was done talking about Battlegrounds by the time it released. So if it was put on lists then, no one cared then.
I think it released in December that year, so it technically would have qualified for.
It didn't when we were talking about Game of the Year lists.
Yeah, that's because we have a cutoff. But you know, hold on, let me pull up PUBG store page.
I think that's why we do Game of the Year stuff in January now.
Yeah, so it literally came out December 21st of 17.
Yeah, see, that's too late.
Yeah, well, our cutoff was back in the day. Our cutoff was always 12/7. It was always 12/7 with like a little bit of wiggle room if something hit within like a day or two of it.
Right.
It's because like it's like, okay, we always did the judging like a little bit after or before Christmas, like a couple days before, a couple days after.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, okay, like 2 weeks, that's enough time to get through a game.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where that is at.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is really shitty. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Super shitty.
But I understand.
I understand, but if you're not big enough to handle the live service in all of its aspects, I don't know if you should be doing this.
I mean, but once again, their parent company is Warner Brothers, so they have the money, but Warner Brothers just like, yeah, we don't want to spend it.
Yeah, and then that's shitty.
That's real bummer. Yeah. And then also, this is the first ever like free to play fighting game, so that has its own challenges of like they're the first one doing this.
Oh God!
Is Killer Instinct not free to play?
No,
it wasn't at first.
Oh.
Or no, they actually did make it free to play. That's right. It's just that why would you do that when the game was like $20?
Sure. Yeah. We didn't put this on our docket, but there was some information put out about Project L, which is Riot's free to play fighting game.
Yeah.
Trying to do some 2v2 stuff, trying to shake
the game
up.
is looking pretty good.
It's interesting. I want to see some actual gameplay at some point, but they were showing.
There's clips of the game out.
Oh,
not out, but there are clips of the game.
Okay.
Is that game getting a console version?
I don't know if it is or not.
Because
I imagine it has to, because consoles are pretty much the lifeblood of fighting games.
I'm gonna pull that up.
But the stuff that came out about it this week is pretty promising, even though they're saying that we're still really early in development. We're not even at an alpha stage.
They are still, they've been talking about that game a long time, and it's still not even
talking about announcing games before they're ready.
Yeah, no kidding. Project L, holy shit, man.
Yeah, so I'm not seeing anything about platforms.
Okay.
Because I was about to say, like, I refuse to install any of Riot's games on my PC.
Yeah.
After their whole little Valorant rootkit bullshit, they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Real good.
So, yeah, live service fighting games. We'll see. We'll see.
So, next up is, hey, you know that Last of Us show did really well, and the PS5 remake did really well, and then they were like, hey, we're bringing it to PC this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not going well. It's not going well at all.
Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it?
It's planned. It's planned.
I think it's
planned.
I almost believe
put on my
this.
tinfoil hat right now, but it's planned.
Oh,
I
jeez.
almost believe that. Yeah.
Go on. Let me hear the conspiracy.
You know where it
theories.
does run well? You know where it does run well? On the PS5.
Oh,
You
weird.
get a
It does.
Oh,
PS5,
isn't that
you can play the
interesting?
game perfectly.
You people wanted you wanted PC compatibility with your Sony games? Well, here you go.
There we go.
Also, here's a PS5.
Did you see Greg Miller has a tendency to want to crap on PC gaming, and like he just was having a field day this week
Oh no.
I bet he was.
over it. Yeah, like man was going nuts on TikTok. Yeah, no, it's myriad of technical issues, bugs, performance issues. It was delayed due to stability and performance improvements. Currently, at the time this article was written, 33% of reviews are positive, so mostly negative. Random crashes, stuttering, characters appearing wet in cutscenes. There's the issues are so big that Naughty Dog came out and said, "The Last of Us Part 1 PC players, we've heard your concerns, and the team is actively investigating multiple issues you've reported. We'll continue to update you, but our team is prioritizing updates and will address issues in upcoming patches. Our team continues to monitor our support pages, submit any tickets for issues you encounter here."
All right.
It's really
And so-
weird because Sony games tend to run pretty well on PC. And they do a lot of things that other game companies don't do. Like all the Sony games have ultra wide support. You don't need to hack or mod anything for that. God of War runs well. Spider-Man runs well. Horizon runs well.
Ryzen, I actually heard a lot of people complaining it runs like shit.
Really?
It was
Oh.
patched. It was
Well,
patched.
yeah, this will get patched eventually too.
Yeah.
But
How long did it
it's a
take to
matter
get
of-
patched?
Good question. Hold on.
Yeah, it is a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
I've seen games get like a 1 review score because they were technically broken, and then they were fixed within the first couple weeks, and it was a perfectly fine
Mhm.
game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
So let's see. So like at the time there was like a bunch of frame rate caps to 30 FPS and some other stuff.
Did they port Horizon first or God of War first?
I want to say no, I think it might have been God of War. Let's check the Steam page. Hold on.
Okie doke. Let's see.
Because I wonder if the mess that they released, if Horizon released and ran poorly, if they learned from that mistake.
Returnal also didn't run great earlier in the year. Just not as big of a game. And then Uncharted ran like shit last year too. So
just found out one of the patches for Forbidden West was included reducing how often Alloy mentions her stash.
Wait, what?
This is apparently like she would refer to how much to like stuff in her inventory or something a lot, is what I'm gathering. One of the quotes is, "I can find that later in my stash."
What the?
So Sony's been really inconsistent on PC, is what I'm looking at here, because Horizon was kind of a shit show. Days Gone was a little bit of a shit show. God of War and Spider-Man turned out great. Uncharted was kind of a shit show. Miles Morales was fine. Sackboy was fine. Returnal and Last of Us. Returnal a little bit messed up. Last of Us gigantic shit show.
Yeah, hugely messed up.
So, I mean, depending on how, like, this feels like it's not a priority for Sony. It just feels like a little bit of extra cash is what they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it does not feel like a priority at all.
I mean, like their PlayStation Plus efforts. This is like, people are pressuring us to do this, so fine, here you go.
Yeah. Yep.
But enjoy the game anywhere from 1 to 4 years late, and boy howdy, it's gonna be inconsistent.
Yep. Frustrating.
So, it is, but I mean, because the real thing is, if you give a shit about these games enough, you're gonna buy a fucking PlayStation.
Well, right.
Like at the end of the day,
It's just a shame because like there are people who do not care enough for a PlayStation but are interested and have a PC, and you're just dropping that money doing stuff like this.
Yeah, but I think Sony's mindset is like, well, we want you spending most of your money because if you buy games on our box, we get a cut of that. We get a cut of you buying the box itself.
I understand that that's their bet, and I like that their bets are working out in regards to that. It's just those few gamers. Like I don't even know what the numbers are of who it fits in that narrow window of someone who is interested in Sony exclusives, has a PC, does not have a PS5, and is not interested enough to invest in a PS5.
I know like one person.
It's me, right?
But no, because I know you're probably going to pick up a PS5 at some point.
It's not this year, but some point.
And like it's kind of like Quinn. Like he refuses to buy a console, just outright refuses, but then bitches and moans about the Sony games not coming to PC or coming to PC late or being fucked when they come to PC, and I'm just like,
there's a solution for this.
Get a PS5.
It'd be cool.
PlayStation.
It'd be cool if they made their games good on the PC.
It would be. That would be cool.
I agree.
As someone who is willing to invest in consoles, but really appreciates the convenience of investing time and money in this machine that can do all of it.
My issue is they're never gonna do day and date,
right?
So I'm never gonna buy it on PC anyway.
Yeah,
like that's kind of unless like that's the issue I have is like they're never gonna do day and date, so I'm never ever gonna end up playing it on PC. Anyway, except unless it's like Spider-Man, where I just love it so much that fuck it, I'll buy it for the third time.
Sure.
But like,
I just wonder, well, we've wondered this aloud before, but it's just like, man, if PlayStation just put out a PC marketplace, and just you could host a number of games, and even some of them could just be only on PC, but we host them on PlayStation because Sony like gives those developers a big cut, and they're always getting some of that money. I don't know. I think there's a real PC strategy to be had to be made to make money, and Sony's just not interested, and it's a shame.
Yeah, I think Sony's just completely giving that market to Microsoft, and
sure,
and
then that leads to our frustrations with Microsoft.
Yes, and then and until but the thing on the other side that's like until games go the way movies have, where like everything is a Game Pass thing, just like how everything is a Netflix, Disney Plus thing, etc. Like, like Sony's probably doing the right thing because, and to be fair, like as someone who cares a lot more about video games than I do my TV or my movies, I am the crazy person who, even when subscription services take over, I'm probably still going to just buy video games.
Well, yeah, you're talking about physical,
and even digital. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, people are.
I like to own things. I mean,
trust me, you're gonna have to buy it when they take it off the subscription service for no reason.
That's right.
Yes, exactly.
And that also is a good point, is that Microsoft is Microsoft. They're in the PC business. Sony absolutely is not. They are tied to the console.
Yeah, they're in the hardware business. Like, you go on Sony, like they outside of PlayStation, like you look at like their business and products, it's like TVs and speakers and cameras and like they have a little bit in movies, and then they have like a little bit in financial services. Like Sony has a financial group, and they're working on like a car thing right now. But for the most part, it's it's mostly just, hey, we make consumer electronics.
Yep.
That are really good and maybe a little too expensive. But
a little?
That's how it is.
Yeah. Well, and the really interesting, if you go on their business and products page, like their number one thing is, hey, bro, we make fucking PlayStation.
Yep.
So
kind of their biggest thing.
And then and then they're like a music publishing company. They're very weird.
They're diversified.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they sure are.
All right.
All right.
So, all right. Next up is, hey, guess what? More layoffs.
Great.
Oh.
Whoop whoop. So,
this subtitle is fantastic. It says, "This is the most difficult part," says CEO of company with $7 billion in net revenue.
and
Which I call shenanigans.
And over 5 billion in increase in 18% in profit.
Yep. Yeah, lay off those 800 people. Whatever.
Yep.
Why?
Will be laid off as the company drives greater focus across our portfolio.
And what? Greater focus on what?
Everything. We're eliminating the waste. They don't want to call them the waste, but that's what they think of them.
Yeah.
Don't you need staff to manage your portfolio? Isn't that?
It's a good idea. Restructured some teams and even reviewed their real estate footprint, which I assume is referring to people staying at home.
I mean, I wish more companies would do that.
That part I'm into, but
you know, send your people home.
Yeah.
So
that's
it's shitty.
EA turns out is shitty.
Yep.
Who'd have thunk it? How many times did they win like worst company of the year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they would be on the list.
I don't think EA deserved it with some of the other companies that were on that list, but EA was on that list.
But they're on the list.
Yeah.
Is the point of it all.
Yep.
So
gamers were very angry that year.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ah, shit.
I'm looking for like a catalog of companies voted worst, and all I'm getting is Meta, Facebook got 2021. I don't have anything for 2022. Are we still waiting? No. Anyway, EA
I would
won.
imagine Activision Blizzard got 2022 with all of the
you would think
lawsuits and shit.
It used to be done by the Consumerist, and the Consumerist went under like 4 or 5 years ago.
That explains it.
Fuck.
Yahoo Finance's worst company of the year in 2022 was Carvana.
Well, that makes sense.
So
because they've had some controversy over last year.
Yep.
So.
Oh well. I don't know. EA won once, like over Bank of America.
Yeah, and like Blackwater and a bunch of other like super questionable companies.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. When gamers get angry, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We get real angry.
It got it at least twice. One was after it was the SimCity debacle. Making Dead Space 3 more action focused, the controversy regarding Mass Effect 3. Had to beat out Ticketmaster, which holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single person that likes Ticketmaster.
And they're hating Ticketmaster more this year. So.
Oh yeah, they are.
Oh buddy.
When asked for comment, EA representative said, "We can do better. We will do better."
Yeah, you can.
I like that they even bothered responding to that. That's funny.
Well, for a while, it looked like they were legitimately turning things around. They were voted one of the best places to work. They like had a really good work-life balance. A lot of things were looking really good for EA, and then this.
And then this shit happens.
Well, in my experience, companies can really turn on a dime.
No kidding.
Because like I remember when I worked at United Healthcare, like my first 3 years there were like incredible. Like they were so good. They paid great. They treated us great. And then like my last 2.5 years there was just a fucking shit show.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. Good.
And I've heard
Lord.
those horror stories from you, Bronson.
Yep. And then I
Oh.
went to a still really bad but slightly less bad shit show. But I make way less money. So,
Great.
Which still sucks.
Great.
mhm. Yep. All right. So, next up.
All right.
Hey, surprising no one, Diablo 4 is getting a console bundle. It is with the it's with the I'm so used to doing PlayStation bundles. The Xbox Series X, you will get a console that doesn't have any real art or anything cool about it. It has a Diablo box, and it comes with a digital copy of the game, and you save a whopping $10.
Oh boy.
Wait. They didn't even do anything with the box?
Not the console, just the box you buy it
Well, yeah,
with.
but like,
That sucks,
Yeah, but
though.
like the console getting it all decked out in whatever bundle,
yeah,
like graphics
was
is the
the
reason to
best
buy the bundle.
part.
Like, yeah.
we just saw
Yep.
the Switch OLED that was just shown off, and that looked sick. And this is like black
Yeah.
box. Here you go.
We don't get freaking Lilith on the goddamn console or
Nope.
something involving Diablo 4.
Yeah.
That's some bull. I'm sorry. That's some serious bull.
I mean, I agree with you.
Damn, man. Okay.
Because how cool would it be to have that
Yeah.
on your console?
No,
And
I completely agree.
that would honestly, in my opinion, that would even warrant keeping the price as it is, which is
Yeah,
just
that would be yes, but this is literally like you save $10 whole.
There's no,
And that's
yeah,
even bigger bull.
it's
It's saving
ridiculous.
$10 whole dollars.
$10
for
whole.
for having the two things in the box together rather than just grabbing the Xbox box and then grabbing a Diablo 4 in another hand.
Or just
That's-
downloading it off the store because it's a digital code.
Exactly.
Remember when console bundles used to be cool?
Dude,
Yes.
I
yes.
mean, yeah.
You used to get like games at no extra costs or extra controllers or something not lame.
Like we
Or
had
you would at
God of
least
War
save money.
Ragnarok bundles at work.
Yeah, that was also another lame bundle because it didn't it was also you saved $10.
Mhm.
Or no, that one you saved $20. I'm sorry. So you save a little bit of money with that one.
Yeah.
But still not great. Still very lame.
It is.
You know.
God damn it.
Just like this. Super lame.
Yep.
All right.
And you could have done some dope Diablo art
Yep.
on an Xbox.
Yeah.
I still
Or you
remember
could
those
have,
Gears of
like-
War 360s. Or actually no, the Gears of War series not series 1X and 1S. Oh, those things look fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like what they could have done was have all the different classes of Diablo just like scattered all over the freaking Xbox. And it still would have looked cool because it's like
Yeah.
all these different things all over the
Yeah, those
place to
class
make it more
emblems,
enticing.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't they do that?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
Blizzard, do
Great.
better.
Great.
This is
Or
this sounds
Xbox.
like this is a Microsoft decision. Is what it really feels like.
Okay, then Microsoft, do better.
Yep.
Man.
So
Bring back the plates.
Yeah.
fucking faceplates.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Absolutely.
Bring back some sort of memorabilia to go with this console. Make it that much more enticing. Come on, Microsoft, do freaking better.
All
I
right.
feel like you could say that about a lot of things about Microsoft right now.
You sure
Yeah,
could.
I
You
could.
sure could.
Um.
I can do better
So-
about a lot of shit. Let's be real.
So yeah.
All right.
All right. So continuing with that train.
Mm-hmm.
Hogwarts Legacy, surprising no one, is the best-selling game of the year so far.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
And I just found out recently that they're bringing Quidditch with an update coming soon.
There you go.
think-
All right.
I think that was an April Fool's joke. I
That's
don't wanna
bullshit.
ruin it, but I think it was an April Fool's joke.
Damn it!
Why
I
would you
wanted
joke
Quidditch
about
when
that?
I pick it up?
Why would you
That's-
joke about that?
Seriously,
That's
you know
a terrible.
how many fans are going to be upset now that there's not going to be Quidditch at all, and that little
I would
spark of
play the
hope
shit
is
out
just
of it.
gone.
Right? Terrible.
Yeah.
That GameCube
Yep.
Quidditch game was sick.
Yep.
You suck.
They do suck. I agree.
But yeah,
So
turns out people like
But yeah,
Harry
that's
Potter.
not surprising at all.
Yeah.
That Hogwarts Legacy
Mhm,
is
mhm.
best-selling game right now.
I wonder how things will go with. Well, no, it's Harry Potter. Well, what has a shot? I don't think Street Fighter has a shot.
Diablo. I think Diablo has a shot. Diablo's
Hmm.
huge.
Well, I think yeah, but
Final
Harry
Fantasy
Potter gets
16.
people who aren't gamers to play it.
That's the thing.
Yeah, but didn't Diablo 3 sell like isn't that like fucking 40 million copies or some shit?
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
like Diablo 3 sold 30 million copies. It's the 37th best. It sold better than fucking Skyrim.
I find that shocking, but all right.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as the year goes on. But right now, it's Hogwarts Legacy, and that
Mhm.
makes sense given what has released so
Yep.
far.
Yep.
So,
So we'll
right.
see. Made $4.6 billion. Or no, that's video games in general. It's like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
So still probably some absurd amount of money.
yeah.
All right. Last news story before we take a quick break. This one is near and dear to the channel. Marvel's Avengers got its last patch on I just look over the camera, Eric.
Oh, sweetie.
Oh,
Sweetie.
God.
okay.
They made a cool
Marvel-
game.
They sure did.
They did.
They could have done better.
There's a number of things they could have done better. They could have just let it be a single player game.
They made a really cool game and then fucked it up really bad. Its last patch came out the
Friday.
30th. And then on
Or
top of the
Thursday.
last patch, it adds some final features and bugs fixes, and then along with that, it is fully removing a lot of stuff from the game and putting the rewards in the marketplace. And it converts player credits into in-game resources, turns hero catalysts into fragment extractors with a giant multiplier. And additionally, if you played at least one trophy before April 1st, or one achievement before April 1st, you will receive a special Iron Man suit as a thank you. So yeah, there's a bunch of pass notes. Nearly all MCU and non-MCU inspired outfits, emotes, takedowns, and nameplates are now automatically available. However, items earned through the campaign or purchased through the cosmetic vendor must be earned or purchased, as they always have been. Let's see what else. All existing credits have been converted into in-game resources, and yeah, bunch of bug fixes.
Man.
And then it will be delisted, so you will not be able to buy this outside of hard copies.
Yep.
For consoles until as of September 30th.
Damn. Are you still going to be able to play it like offline?
That's my
Yeah,
Have I
question.
said anything about that?
Yeah, you'll be able to
I
play
think
with
it said
your,
something
your
about that,
friends.
yeah.
So,
You'll still be able to play with your friends?
yep.
Okay, that's good.
What I'm gonna do.
Well, then,
and
Bronson, we should check this out.
We should.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, I
all
think
the
it'd be
stuff
cool.
is released now. Except
Oh,
for
Yeah,
fucking
yes.
Spider-Man outside of PlayStation.
Yep. So,
Sorry.
and that's gonna be forever locked to PlayStation. So
Incredible.
I'm gonna miss you, Avengers.
All right. We had a
Yeah.
good run at it. We really gave that game all of the chances it could have.
Yeah.
We tried so hard. And they just could not get their shit together.
Nope.
And it's unfortunate because, man, I think of a different world. Like, I think of a different world where, like, man, they put out more interesting heroes. They did a bunch of extra
Mhm.
stuff. And like they gave it an extra year of development, so it wasn't a buggy mess. And I think we're sitting here talking about like, yeah, this is one of the good live service games. Why would you take Avengers down? Like,
They were just,
you know.
yeah. Their whole map for content was not good in regards to getting varied types of enemies, both in aesthetics and in gameplay. They kept releasing heroes that were just other versions of heroes they've already made. Like, we tried.
Didn't update the enemies. I think they updated bosses well after we left.
Yeah. They continued making some single player content, which is good.
Yeah, that stuff was cool.
But damn, man. Could have been more.
So, all right, well, anyway, that's that. We're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna watch a whole fuck ton of Tekken trailers.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
We're going to watch some Tekken trailers and we're going to talk about what we've been playing. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Yep, be right back, guys.
All right.
Check us when the end comes, we're probably gonna go long.
Take what is mine, I don't care. They all say it's so compelling. Mine, I mean, yes, mine, compelling.
Day might be any other day, but I don't wanna waste another day. Ain't
I can see you now to ride. Coffee D, I'm with this product that you see. Completely
What it is, it's never certain. So strong when I pick out to run the face. I'm never
And we're back.
Hey, guess what time it is?
Oh shit.
Time for some Tekken.
Jeez.
What?
We have 4 trailers.
Fucking Christ.
We were like, oh man, they're gonna be releasing like 1 per week. That's kind of nuts when you consider that the latest potential release is like in March, but they're like, no, 1, then 2, and this week we got fucking 4. So all right, Jun
right, that's
Kazama, Jin's mom, Kazuya's wife. I don't know if they got married. All right, here we go.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna adjust volume as we go here. Apologies to the audio listeners. She's got a good look.
I was gonna say she is very pretty.
Yeah, very.
Mm-hmm.
Is not in a lot of games, if I recall correctly.
No, she quote unquote died in Tekken 2, so she's only been in the non-canon game since then.
Wow.
It looks really cool. Like, really cool.
Yeah, she looks really good. She's a
Yeah.
great foil to Kazuya. Whereas all of his attacks are like tinged with darkness and shadow and stuff, all of hers are light.
Okay. Kazuya uppercuts him. You motherfucker.
She looks sick.
Yeah. Wow.
And the sound effects in this game just
They
are
they
so good.
Oh.
yes. Oh wow, what is this cutscene? Holy hell.
Critical art or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah.
Whoa, the fuck?
This is weird. All right, that's in character. Wow.
She's cool. I like her a lot. She's, other than King, she's probably the one I've enjoyed the most.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mechanically, there's some interesting stuff that goes on. They didn't show the life bar, but she has a life loss and a life gain mechanic. So
Okay.
her life bar is another meter for her to use.
Wow. That's actually
Wait,
kind of
what?
crazy. All right.
Yeah, certain moves of hers will drain her life, and then if you use them while in like the rage art mode or whatever they're calling it, it'll heal her instead.
That's amazing. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Interesting.
I'm interested in this character. They're gonna have so many characters at the beginning
know,
of this
right? Like-
game that like I don't know who I'm gonna play yet, but
Every time they release a new trailer, I'm like, that character looks cool.
that
That
character looks pretty
looks
cool.
cool.
Yeah, maybe this is all right. All right, Xiaoyu,
Xiaoyu.
let's go. Okay. Get this volume under control. Okay, yep. There we go.
For the next battle. Tekken 8. New challenger. Xiaoyu.
The announcer is just
So good.
yeah.
This music has grown on me too. Ooh.
Damn.
Good lord. Ooh.
This game feels like it's so close to done. Just looking at this.
Just looking at it, right?
Yeah, like.
Here we go.
Okay. All right.
I'm not really feeling her, but cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
That looks fun.
Yep. She looks really flashy.
All right. These next two trailers came out within the last like 14 hours. So here we go.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, these came out last night during Evo Japan.
After I believe
Oh,
after
yeah, Evo
the
Japan
Tekken,
was recently, wasn't it?
it just ended last night.
Yep.
So here we go. Fucking Leroy Smith.
Fuck
15.
yes.
Boy.
You want to talk about a character that just dominated when it came out, and it's just such a cool
Absolutely.
design, a hit character immediately. So this is cool to see him get back in so quickly. That's right. New York City has his statue. It's so good. Oh.
Time to take out the trash.
You goddamn right it is.
Tekken has so many fucking cool characters. Grandmaster of Drip.
Love it.
It's so good.
Fucking okay, we have our fucking podcast title for the week. Grandmaster of Drip.
Drip.
Oh. Apparently, this is at least in Tekken 7, he's a good beginner character.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay. I might have to go boot up 7 and play him some more because
He is unfortunately DLC. You do have to buy him.
He's still really good in Tekken 7. He's been nerfed several times, and he's
Yes.
still.
Oh,
very
has he
good.
really?
Yes, because he
Dude.
dominated when he first came out.
Yeah.
Shit.
Dude, I love this character.
This character is
Oh,
cool. And they made him look even cooler. Look at this shit.
Yeah, they did. Like-
yeah.
Wing Chun has always been like super flashy, but this looks super cool.
God, using Wing Chun on the Bruce Lee character is quite something.
Uh huh.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my god.
Oh. Holy
Again,
fuck.
doing the 1-inch punch on the Bruce Lee character.
Right?
And then the dog!
That's so good. That's so good.
Oh my
I
God.
think I have my main now.
You should, yes. That's a good pick.
I have my
Yeah.
Tekken 8 main now.
Leroy's good. Leroy's fantastic.
That's
And they made him even better.
so
God.
sick.
Yeah.
Also, once again, Grandmaster of Drip.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Fantastic title.
We have one last trailer, right?
This one
Yes.
just released. I found out like half an hour before we started working on this.
Yeah, I saw this on my Twitter. I was like, what the fuck? Another one?
Yeah. So what happened last night after they finished Tekken 8 or Tekken 7 top 8? They said, "Oh, we have a trailer for you," and then they came out and said, "You know what? Instead of just doing one trailer at a time and like hyping up the game or whatever, we're gonna skip all that and just do another trailer." And then they showed this one.
And this is a character that's been around for a while, so I'm sure people are thrilled. So here we go. Asuka Kazama. This is a girl who kept running into that fucking limo.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that looks comfy.
There's a lot of straps on that outfit.
Yeah.
Like looking like a Kingdom Hearts character.
There she is on her bike. Oh, it's so good.
I don't know, Aaron. You can wear a sweater vest.
I will never
Yes.
wear a sweater vest in my life, but
You just said it looked comfy.
it did look comfy. That both of these things can be true.
We get you a sweater vest and some loose socks, just like this.
Oh, absolutely not.
What's your hatred of the sweater vest?
It's not a
What
hatred
is your
of the,
hatred of the sweater vest?
It's not a hatred of the sweater vest. It's I look like Mr. Rogers in a sweater vest.
Okay,
not a good
why is that a
combo.
problem? That's awesome.
No. I'll become the Mr. Rogers of fighting games.
Yes! Oh my god, you can even have
Yeah.
that be your fucking tournament name, Mr. Rogers.
Just be super wholesome.
Yeah, just be super wholesome in interviews and like in like all your interactions. Dude, no, like we just
You
found
know,
your
he
gimmick.
whiffed and I had to punish, but you know, but where it's all about trying to get better.
Yes, yeah, oh my god. We have a gimmick now, for you
Oh,
at
God.
least.
Asuka looks cool. Look at this punch.
Yeah, she looks super
That,
sick.
yeah, this looks neat.
I think I found my next cosplay, guys.
There you go.
Shit.
Yeah.
Hey.
Asuka looks good.
No.
I need to continue my fighting game cosplay trend.
Yes, but man,
Yeah.
fighting game aesthetics and like costumes are some of the coolest out there, and I think this game continues that. So I had to rewind because I was talking about Mr. Rogers.
It's alright.
Yeah, Asuka looks good. I
Looks
think
cool.
I'm so
I like
excited
her.
about this game. I can't. So, all right, but those are the Tekken trailers that came out. There were some interviews as well. One I did watch and one I did not. They released this. Well, that's Tekken Talk. Tekken Talk. So they're going to be doing these like this talk series. Hosted by Sumi Chu and Michael Murray, the producers on it, and then we got Rip and Maximilian Dude talking Tekken.
Well, that's cool.
So that
Really
is a half-hour show. I'm gonna watch that later, but that's talking about various features and details. And then IGN had a full-on interview with Harada and Murray about some of the things going on with this game, and but not a whole lot to talk about other than they want people fighting. God damn it, get aggressive.
Yep.
And they were asked about customization, like the customization they have in 7, and they say we can't speak on that right now, which means they might be trying, but who knows if it'll happen.
Fair.
So yeah, that's Tekken 7, and Evo Japan happened. I don't know. Was there anything notable to talk about regarding Evo Japan other than like PS4 lag issues that were happening?
Yeah, not really.
Yeah. Capcom Cup said hitboxes are shit, and that started a controversy. But whatever, everyone's fine.
Play with a controller. Their problem solves your problem.
Well, I mean, so we don't need to get into the whole thing, but there's just a fix that's going to be coming through that like certain controllers are fucked, but other controllers like just get a patch, and you'll be fine. So, but yeah, that's the news.
All right. All right. Well, I guess we should move into what we've been playing. Hey, I played more RE4 and it's pretty good.
Did you now?
Yep.
Did you now? What? More. This implies you did not finish it.
No. We only get about 2 chapters done, and that is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
But you've been enjoying it.
I've been loving it. It's super fun, super tense. Like, there is a certain boss fight in the underground section that kind of reminds me a little bit of Alien. That is more annoying than it is fun.
Oh damn.
And then the Ashley section where you play as Ashley actually was pretty good.
Nice. Wow.
Like, it's kind of annoying that like you don't fight at all. Like, you just have to freeze enemies and run. But like, I genuinely did have a good time with it after I sat and thought about it.
Did you feel betrayed that they took out some content? Did you feel betrayed that when you kicked one barrel, another one opened? Did you feel like you've been robbed $60? Did you?
Yes, all of those things.
God,
100%.
yeah.
All of the above.
Are you mad that Ashley does not have her skirt from the original game?
She has her skirt. You just can't look up her skirt.
Do
just can't
you
look up
mad she doesn't have her original skirt that I could look up?
Not really.
They ruined the integrity of RE4.
Yeah, they totally just didn't make a better game in almost every way.
No, they did. Ada Wong.
That's
This game continues to look cool as hell. I don't know.
it's super fun.
It does look cool as hell.
I love the fact that they just, at least for your first playthrough on normal mode, like it feels like it's just balanced so well.
Mhm.
Man.
Like I feel like I never feel like I'm in a comfortable place. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm always short on ammo. I'm always short on something. But I also never feel like I'm fucked.
Interesting.
There have definitely been situations where I've been in encounters. There was one in the castle last night in particular where you fight 2 mini bosses and a horde of dudes at the same time. Where at the end of it, I'm like, all right, I have a total of 8 bullets across all my guns and a flash grenade left.
Good luck.
All right.
I like that they maintain that balance. That's a hard thing to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, like because like some horror games, I'm so frustrated with that. It gets so fucking annoying, and then others are like, it's fine, but it's like it's not as good. But no, like at least for my skill level, me personally, I have always found it to be. It is tense. It is stressful. It is something else, but it also is like just like I always feel it's fair, and I'm having fun. Even if it's terrifying and stressful.
Right.
So, and because of the lack of resources, I comb every environment fully.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yep.
That's cool.
So yeah, I've been doing that. That game continues to be awesome. I can't wait to wrap up the campaign this week or this weekend or next weekend. Next weekend or the weekend after. I can't wait to get into mercenaries mode. I'm looking forward to doing New Game Plus. Like it's the most fun I've had with a game since God of War last year.
Right.
So in about almost 6 months.
All right.
Yeah. The other game I played some Final Fantasy 14.
What?
So they did a free weekend,
Okay.
like a free 96 hours.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, I could do the patch story I haven't done yet because I'm only 1 patch behind.
Mhm.
So I logged in. I did half of that. I'm gonna do the other half today. I kind of realized after playing a bunch of Diablo, Guild Wars, and WoW why I also left Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Which was I booted up the game. I went to go continue the MSQ. And I had 20 minutes of cutscene before I could play the game.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
it's
was like-
100% a JRPG first.
Yeah, and I was like,
And I love that for that story and those characters, but I totally get it.
but I was just like, I'm good. And then I got to the point. I got to the point where I could actually play it, and I was having fun. And I'm halfway through the patch. I'm gonna finish it today. Go do the Alliance raid today, and then be done again until the next major patch.
Yeah.
Comes out in May.
Oh.
Never mind. Be done again until 2 patches from now. So yeah, and I'm on a little bit of a break from WoW. Like I'm gonna wrap up Keystone Master, and then I'm probably done until next patch. Yeah, and then I played a whole bunch of Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah, you
Yeah, you
played
did.
some fighters.
Yeah, they made a perfect fighting game, guys. I don't know how they did it, or at least
But they
perfect
did
for
it.
me. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with that. I've been trying out new stuff to open people up, like trying to understand block strings a little better. It's just been super fun.
Cool. Good.
Yeah, and So yeah, what about you, Jesse? You played some RE4, is what I heard.
Yeah, I didn't like not a whole lot, but I did play some RE4.
How far are
Got
you?
a little further in that. Chapter 6, I think.
Okay, I'm at 11.
Yeah, I'm still pretty early on. It's a fun game. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it's RE4 and it's good.
I'm just trying to remember where Chapter 6 is. What's the point in that game?
I think I just got Ashley. I just saved Ashley for the first time.
Oh, okay. So you're at like the church, and you're
Yeah.
about to have you're about to run into the Chainsaw Sisters, I believe. And then
Yes.
Jesus
Yeah.
fuck. Okay.
Oh, nah, dude. I actually didn't have that much trouble with them on my. Like, I beat them both first try.
I know, just the
Um,
concept of the Chainsaw Sisters.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just sounds
Just like, oh
It
god.
sounds intimidating.
awful.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
honestly, the part of that chapter I have the most trouble with is the last boss, and I had that trouble in the first game, and I have that trouble with the remake. Is I don't know what it is about Mendez as a boss fight, but boy howdy, I fucking suck at it.
Mm.
So yeah. One thing I do like about that game is like it very much encourages sequence breaking, and I love it.
Yes, yeah.
Yep.
Somebody managed to beat the game on professional in like an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Like,
Yeah.
Stella actually figured out a sequence break when we were playing it, which was there's a section of the game in the castle where like you walk in and you're like gonna cross this bridge to get a lion head to solve a puzzle, and then they're like, oh, dude comes out and is lowering the thing down. If you throw a grenade over there right before the cutscene starts and then skip the cutscene, the grenade will kill the dude and the bridge won't be lowered, and you can just go up, grab the head, and leave.
Oh.
What the?
That's
Yep.
convenient.
What?
Yeah, just like how just like how you'll have in the first chapter to get that wooden cog for the door, you can
Mhm.
straight up shoot the lock through a window and you're fine. Like there's so much stuff like that. Like the one I always point out to people because it blew my fucking mind was, oh yeah, if you have a rifle, you can shoot that bell at the church in the beginning and just skip the
Yeah.
entire first encounter.
Oh yeah, I
Yep.
heard about that one.
Yep. So. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Yep. Great game. I'm looking forward to finishing it in the next week or two here, and then playing a whole bunch of it until Zelda comes out.
Hmm.
And then I understand you did Theater Rhythm.
Yeah, so Theater Rhythm since it's come out has released DLC every 2 weeks, I think.
Oh, so it's like literally like Rock Band at this point.
Yeah, and if you get the deluxe edition, you get like all the DLC for free. So right now they've got music from the first 2 Final Fantasy Legend games. There's music from one of their Romancing Saga games. The last set that released was music from they have like Live Alive, and a couple other Square Enix games. And then on Thursday they released Nier Automata songs.
Do they have Chrono Trigger?
No, not yet.
Damn it.
Not yet. They may in the future. There's 2 like unannounced packs that people think are going to be like a greatest hits collection. So people are anticipating that Chrono Trigger is in one of those. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So they're keeping me entertained. And then the last game that I played this week, or the newest game that I played this week, is 9 Years of Shadows.
Right.
Which
Yeah, that
is-
looked really interesting. That Metroidvania style game, right?
Yeah, it's really fun. The game is like it's all pixel art and it looks beautiful. The character in this video is making this fight extremely difficult for themselves for like no reason. But that's fine. This is like a normal enemy that you fight, and the gimmick to this game is that you get different suits of armor that impact your normal attacks in different ways. So you have like lightning armor that gives you lightning attacks, water armor that gives you water attacks, fire and earth armor, and each enemy is weak to a specific kind of armor. They glow with the color of the armor they're weak against, and then you get to bosses and they don't have any weaknesses, so you just have to tough it out.
Mm.
Interesting.
Your life bar is also your like ammo meter, and
Okay.
there. So she's getting the lightning armor right now.
That's some cool art.
But your life bar is also your ammo meter, and so when you run out of life or ammo, you get a certain amount of hits before you die. Or they have like a Gears of War reload system where you have a bar and you have to hit reload at the right time, and you get fully reloads your life bar.
Oh.
Yeah, so now this fight's gonna be a lot easier because he's got the armor that matches the enemy. So let's see if he can handle this. He does. Okay, yeah, he's doing it a lot easier. But it's fun. It's a Metroidvania. It's pretty short. I am like 8 hours in, and I'm pretty sure I'm at the final boss.
Oh.
I have like
Wow.
all of the upgrades. I've got all the weapons. I've got all the suits of armor.
How long do you think it is? Because and this is coming to Switch, right?
I think so. I'm about 8.5 hours in, and I'm pretty sure I'm at the final boss. I have like 98% map completion. I've got all the collectibles. So I think it's pretty short. It's not very long at all. I don't know what the price is for it on Steam.
$20
Oh.
now, and then because I've been like wanting to do like I saw it, but then I was like, oh, I want to wait for a Switch version of this if there is one. I don't know, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's coming out on consoles.
no. Like this kind of game always seems like super at home on the Switch to me.
It looks cool.
Oh, it says it's out
Yeah.
on the Switch right now.
Well, when I searched the store, it wasn't on there. Oh, look again.
Oh, let's see. It got delayed. The
Oh.
console
man.
versions got delayed.
Wah,
Boo.
wah.
Oh, well,
Q3
anyway,
2023.
I have plenty to play fucking meantime,
Yeah.
so I shouldn't be too worried
Yeah.
about it.
It's a fun little game though. It's the music is really good. The combat is pretty good. Pixel art is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Puzzles aren't too hard. I'm not like a huge puzzle guy, but the puzzles aren't too hard in this.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's been fun. I've been playing it all weekend.
All right, cool. All right, and then Aaron Tekken.
Yeah, I've been playing Tekken. We did our stream earlier this week.
You're a ranked boy now.
I'm
You play
in.
ranked.
I'm ranked. I'm
You-
I'm only third Dan,
So
but
proud
you
of
know
you.
what?
You know what?
Whatever. That's a rank, and you got it.
I got it. I'm in there.
So proud of you.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
You
are now the fighting game master.
That's not true. Not even close. But
Not yet,
Uh,
anyway.
no.
Yeah, not yet. Give it time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, had a good time. It's very clear that I need to understand fighting games as a whole a bit better. But it's a process. So yeah, there's not much to say beyond that. I got a chance to mess with that. I also messed with my arcade stick, my fight stick a little bit. Got some new buttons in there.
Oh, hey.
Why'd you get new buttons?
Yeah, let's see it. Oh, you got it up.
I got it up. So it's just I wanted to get the rest of the buttons to be Crown Sandesca translucents because they felt better than the metallics. My jump button is
Those look
not
really good.
working right now, so I need to go back in and reestablish those connections. I pulled the film off of this, so I was done with that. I need to get artwork, but right now I don't know. It just looks cool and reflective and fun. Got a little rubber red ball for the joystick. And yeah, that's about it. So I just need to mess with that a bit more. But pretty much almost done with this project. Just need the artwork in, and it'll be
Nice.
basically finished.
And post pictures all over our Instagram and our Twitter.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go to some
Do it.
Fight Stick Twitter accounts and some Discords and be like, check this out. And then the plan is to characters that I end up maining. I'm gonna get stickers and put them on this little front bit here and on the sides.
Right on.
I think that'd be fun.
I like the color scheme.
Yes, it is a One Punch Man themed thing. That's
Nice.
that's the
That's
idea.
cool.
So, Yeah, and so I've been playing a little bit of Tekken 7. I'm probably gonna just jump around to a bunch of different fighters, and I'm just going to amuse myself until either Zelda takes control of me, or maybe I resist, and then wait
Resident
until
Evil takes control of you.
then Resident Evil. There are a number of games that are vying for my attention, and I've been staying relatively strong and just playing fighting games, but who knows
For
what the future
now.
holds. Yeah, who knows? Who
Well,
knows?
let me tell you what I would give for just a full day off playing video games.
Mm.
Oh,
I don't
I'm
have to leave the house or do anything.
I currently have a plan right now where I've saved up some money and I'm just going to take time, and that's just what it's going to be. I'm so excited for it. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I know that I'm planning to save 2 weeks of PTO to do the same thing in December. That's gonna be spectacular.
Yeah. So, but that's all that's been happening over here. I played some more Third Strike, and I still don't know how to properly play Third Strike, but whatever.
Third Strike is rough. It's rough.
It's a very like, this is what a fighting game is, and it's a little slower moving and not like super crazy flashy or anything. This is very much like a good like look at what a fighting game is.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like, it's introducing
Just-
these other concepts that I don't fully grasp yet.
I'm just dying for you to get into Hyper Fighters. Your
I know
Marvel
you want me to get into
Dragon
Hyper
Balls.
Fighters so
Yeah, that's right,
bad.
that's
and,
right.
like
I'm just like,
Dragon Ball Fighters is the one that I'm interested in. Like Marvel versus Capcom 2. If they were to create like a proper 2 version, I would try it. Marvel 3 has not interested me
Fair.
too much beyond like wanting to play as Dante and Beautiful Joe.
you do that, make it
you-
work.
Yeah, I know. I know I'm not gonna be good at this game, so I might as well just play who I like.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm just trying to learn how fighting games work, just all the different concepts that carry over into other fighting games, you know, those fundamentals.
Fair enough.
And that's just going to be me jumping around to various games until Street Fighter comes out, and then I live in Street Fighter.
I'm really hoping I like Street Fighter. Is my big like thought.
Yeah.
With it.
Imagine how I'm going to feel if Street Fighter turns out to be shit.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, well, then you got Tekken to look forward to though.
Right, no, then I go back to Tekken 7, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, in my case, no matter what, like I'm playing Dragon Ball.
Of
That's-
course,
that's
yeah.
where we're at.
The moment Rollback comes back, you need to be just a Dragon Ball streamer.
Yeah, it's just we'll make the theme of the channel Chala Head Chala at that point.
Yeah, I'm into it.
All right, so
We need to find a way to mix that song and Indestructible together.
yes,
I don't think that's possible, but it would be super cool if we could.
Mm.
So yeah. All right. Emily, did you play anything?
played some Final Fantasy 15.
That's right.
cool.
I got my first summon
Oh, cool.
Nice.
in the form of Titan.
Nice. Good.
Oh, that was a bitch. And I'm currently working towards getting Ramu.
Good.
Mm.
All
Just
right.
gotta go through that dungeon and get
That's
to
a really
him.
cool scene when that happens.
Is it? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
excited now.
I
'Cause Titan
got
was a pain in the ass, and I almost died several
yeah,
times.
I got Titan, and then that's about where I stopped in that game.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
The problem with that game, like, so Final Fantasy 13, right? The problem with Final Fantasy 13's plot is that you need to read the encyclopedia to figure out everything that's going on. In
Mhm.
Final Fantasy 15, to figure out everything that's going on, you need to absorb a bunch of other media, like the anime and the movie and all of the DLC, and then it clicks and it makes sense. But if you don't do
Right.
any of that, it's not going to make a whole lot of sense.
Great.
You could just not.
You could just
And
make
just
a complete
run with
product.
it and go from there.
Yeah, you just you just
Watch a YouTube video afterward.
Yep.
Yeah.
you just stop playing Final Fantasy games that came out after 10.
Go to hell.
Tell them to make a good fucking
This
game.
coming from someone who's playing Final Fantasy 14.
Yes, that I'm talking about mainline. I'm not talking about the MMOs or the spin-offs like 12
Well.
trash, 13 trash, 15 like mediocre. You know,
I'm having fun, so
Yeah.
like
go to hell.
just
All right.
Square Enix, just
Square
God.
Enix is having a time right now.
they
Mhm.
are.
They need to
Capcom's
pull a
destroying
Capcom.
it. What's that?
They need to pull a Capcom.
They need
They
to pull
do.
Capcom.
They really
6 years
do.
of just straight gold.
Ah,
Uh,
I mean,
man.
based on what we're seeing with Final Fantasy 16 that's coming out in June.
let's hope.
Let's
Well,
hope.
I'm not-
I want to hope.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah. All right. I think that's a show.
That sounds like a show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fantastic. Thank you all for joining us. Hey, you want to keep in touch with us? We are on Discord. You should join our Discord. That's where we're talking about video games and other things.
Mhm.
We're also on social media. We're on TikTok. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. So I also think we're on Facebook. We just need to do those automatically post those posts we've been making.
Instagram posts do automatically go to Facebook.
Yep,
Good. Okay.
you're
So
good.
if you're on Facebook, we're there as well. And yeah, hey, if you wanted to listen to this podcast later or consume it, just another time, or check out past Gamecasts, we are on YouTube, we are on Apple Music, we are on Spotify, we are on your favorite podcast service. So
We are. We're even on Audible.
yeah, we're on Audible. So just search Super Gamecast. That's where we're at.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it for us today. So thank you very much. Streams. What are we doing this week? Anything?
That's a good question, actually.
Check in on our Discord and social media to find out our schedule for streaming this week.
If you watch this on YouTube or TikTok, sub to us, follow us, please.
Subs, follows, likes, all that fun stuff really helps us out. So
All the social media garbage.
yeah. All right. Thank you guys. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. We love you.
Yeah.